area where your audience has just amazing expertise, and obviously you have more than I because you've covered this hundreds of times. But we know that there are declassified U.S. government plans that have been in even mainstream news for the last 15 years or so to project with giant hologram projection systems a 300-yard tall Buddha or Jesus or Muhammad. And the Pentagon admits that since the 70s, at least, they have been working on these giant projectors that can project a UFO. They can project a giant pizza in the sky if they wanted to.
True.
And so...
Even the second coming.
Absolutely. So, we know that's going on. And we know that the New World Order is all about hoaxes, all about control, all about mass panic. And so, it's admitted that they have spent...
All right. I think we're good. We're off and we're gay.
We are gay.
We're gay.
So what about that Iran shit?
Pretty
So
crazy.
what about that war?
Dude, it seems like a fun time.
So I know we talked about Chris Bledsoe a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And the date's coming up. I think...
The date? What's the date?
I think it's April 5th. It's
What did
Easter.
he predict again?
It's kind of vague. It's just like humanity will gain some type of knowledge.
Okay.
That can mean anything.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't think, personally, I think if something happens, it's going to be the start of something gradual.
Mm.
I don't think it's going to be like, oh, they're going to, the light beings are going to like converge on New York City and be like, yo, what up? I don't think they're going to reveal themselves or anything, but...
Not going to flash us.
No. Yeah, so that's kind of his prediction, or that's what the lady told him.
His alien entity.
Yeah, his alien babe.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of imagine it like the woman from Lord of the Rings, like the elf
Oh,
lady in the woods.
Galadriel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think... So, did I tell you about Project Bluebeam?
I don't remember, probably, but I don't remember.
It's... So basically it's like this guy, he said that the government will try to create a new world order, and it will basically break down try to falsify all the religions of the world and create a new one world religion. And then so that's basically to control us. And to do that, they'll create holograms and they'll trick people into believing this religion that they've created. And
Like, do a miracle, and the miracle is being created via holograms to make people believe something?
pretty much, yeah, like they'll show like, a figure in the sky, or like and they'll be like, that was God. Or like that was like a, angelic being. But it was interesting how so his name was Serge Monast, and he's this Canadian guy, and this was in the 90s. And he talks about, like, the first step would be, so they would create earthquakes, and these earthquakes would unearth supposed, like, artifacts and stuff that would lend credence to their new religion that they created. So basically they would like make an earthquake happen in a certain location, and then all these artifacts would be unearthed from that, and they would be like, look at this archaeological evidence of this, this is the right religion.
Dude, that's so funny how close that is to the Joseph Smith, like, Mormon story, where it's like,
Yeah.
look behind these bushes, I found these golden tablets.
He looks in a hat.
Yeah,
and he's like, these tablets are in this hat, and only I can
Yeah,
read 'em.
yeah.
But they're in here. I'm
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
you. But so, and within the past, 3 years or so, this guy came out and he said he worked in Antarctica, and there was some type of, I think it was like officially it's a neutrino detector, detects particles hitting the Earth and going through the Earth. But he says they have an earthquake machine there.
Oh, shit.
And he said that, so there's an earthquake in like 2000, I want to say 2011 in Christchurch, New Zealand. And he said that was because of this machine.
Quaker.
And I don't know, it's funny that, that he's, kind of come out and said that. And
is he like a government dude? Or
I really don't. I think he was a firefighter at that facility.
Oh, okay,
in Antarctica. And I don't know if there was some type. I mean, I'm guessing it was like some type of government contract that he was working, that he was like, that employed him.
Yeah.
Because I think it was a government facility. But yeah, he's been on a few podcasts talking about it.
That makes sense. They have at places like that. It's like a whole, kind of like mini city that they're running. So they need every type of person.
And also, you can't really go to Antarctica, so it's it's not hard to keep stuff secret.
Oh my God, you can have a fire in Antarctica.
That is really funny. It's like it's like having a snowplow operator in Guatemala.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need that. But yeah, it's just interesting that kind of lines up. But I mean, he could have read this because he, has just come out with that, and this was from the 90s, so he could have read this and been like, that's what I experienced. But
yeah,
it is interesting that it kind of lines up.
Yeah.
He also said he was in the GATE program. I think we talked about that before.
Is this the one where they kind of like secretly took children and did stuff to them?
Yeah, it would be like they would come to your classroom and they would say like, this is a gifted children's program, and then they would take you and do weird, like put you through weird tests, and
this is like the psychic ability kind of thing.
Yeah. He also said they made him drink a pink liquid, and I don't know if he said this or someone else said this, but someone was talking about the pink liquid was fluoride. And I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, why would fluoride's supposed to make you dumber. Why are you giving
They have great teeth,
kids?
though.
That what?
They have great teeth,
Yeah. But I think some other people have said that they thought it was like psychedelics. So I don't know. So that's like the first part of this operation, I guess, or this project. And
first part is the religion convincing and like the making people believe this stuff. It makes sense. But it's really just regular ass human tech.
Yeah. And that's kind of that's kind of why I was connecting Bledsoe's experiences, I guess, to this, because he talks about his experiences kind of in a Christian way, but it's almost like it's very generic how he explains it. He's like, he does think that Jesus is going to come back, but it's also like, I don't know. Because, he talks about the lady, and he's like, he thinks they're angelic beings, but, like, is there, like, this woman in, like, any of the religious texts? Is there this type of woman that, I guess there is. I don't know. But he said that she told him that she is known by many names, and she gives a bunch of names, and it's all, like, religious figures from every religion, which is why it makes me think of this. Because it's like, she's, this one entity, and all the religions think that she is part of their religion.
Okay.
So
are you saying that he's getting blue beamed? He's getting beamed? He's getting hologrammed?
I think it's a possibility.
Yeah. It's not out of the question.
Because, they have the tech. He's been visited by a bunch of weird, like, CIA people and NASA, and that's what this guy, the Bluebeam guy, talks about NASA being like one of the main organizations behind this.
Okay.
And the way Bledsoe talks about, like, there's this entity, and she's basically like everyone, like she's a part of every religion, but she's this one entity. I'm like, okay, that sounds like a one world religion.
Okay. Yes.
Like it's basically
okay.
All the religions are interpreting her in their own way, but it's only one thing. So he just talks about, like, he says they'll use 3-dimensional optical holograms, sounds, laser projection, multiple holographic images to different parts of the world, each receiving a different image according to predominating regional national religious faith, which is the lady.
Okay.
And he talks about the Soviets having the same tech. In 1974, for instance, researcher G.F. Shapitz said of one of the research proposals that in this investigation it will be shown that the spoken words of the hypnotist may also be converted by electromagnetic energy directly and to the subconscious part of the human brain without employing any mechanical device for receiving or transcoding the message, and without the person exposed to such influence having a chance to control the information input consciously. So basically voice to skull technology, where they would just like beam God's voice into your head. And, basically you have this, like, you have God speaking to you and you see this light show.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a multifaceted operation.
That would do it.
And, this is interesting, because we were talking about the Bashar channeling thing.
Oh, yeah.
He said, anyone investigating so-called channeling phenomena right now would be wise to take this area of research into consideration. It will be noted that those who think of themselves as channelers has escalated rapidly since this type of research was conducted. It's uncanny how similar their messages are, despite which entity they claim to be their source of divine guidance. So basically saying people that say they're channeling entities has gone up since this technology has been developed.
Yeah.
Within the past 50, 60 years or so.
That's crazy. I was actually watching, this is a little bit of a side quest here, but I was watching 60 Minutes and they were talking about like CIA agents that would get these mysterious illnesses.
Havana syndrome?
Was it?
Was it Havana syndrome?
Maybe it is. It's like they would just be sitting there and suddenly they'd get like a wicked headache and they would get like
vertigo.
Yeah. And it would be like, they would go to the doctor and they'd be like, nothing was wrong, but they were like convinced that somebody had done something to them. And it turns out that there is a weapon that is like is shooting some kind of radiation at people that can fuck them up like this.
Yeah.
And it's like not visible. And it's been like, it was on 60 Minutes. Like they were talking about it on 60 Minutes. It's like a real thing. And apparently the CIA has denied it for like 30 years. And now it's come out that like somebody actually got a hold of it and like.
Yeah, because so I guess like it started to get traction in the media in, I think it was 2016, when there was some CIA people in Cuba, in Havana, Cuba, and they came down with that and they started calling it Havana syndrome. And apparently they've looked at their brains and they have damage to their brains.
Yeah.
I think Lou Elizondo had it happen to him, but I don't really believe anything he says. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, it has happened, so it's not out of the realm of possibility.
I guess I was connecting it because it's like suddenly something with no visible thing is like fucking with your brain.
Yeah.
That you can't like see happening.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, maybe they could beam it into your skull. What did you say? Something to skull?
Voice to skull.
Voice to skull. Yeah.
I had this idea of voice to cock technology.
Oh, sorry. Dude,
that would be funny.
And then, I don't know if you've heard this story, but there's this lady who had like fillings. It was a famous person too. And she was like, started picking up radio. Like, she could hear a radio station because of her fillings. And she could like say what song was on the radio without being anywhere near the radio.
What was it, just like some type of metal that was conducive, or is it like an implant?
Yeah, some kind of metal.
Okay.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was a famous person too. Lucille Ball. Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah. Most famous, albeit particular, instance of a famous person hearing a radio is actress Lucille Ball, who claimed during World War II that her dental fillings acted as a receiver, allowing her to hear radio broadcasts and even Morse code inside her head.
What the fuck? Wait.
Yeah. While driving home from MGM Studios through Coldwater Canyon in California, Lucille Ball reported hearing music that seemed to come from her own teeth. The cause. It is believed that her temporary dental fillings made of metal acted as a walking antenna, picking up AM radio signals and causing vibrations that translated to sound.
I wonder what metal it was.
Yeah. The spy story. Ball later recounted that the sounds grew into Morse code, which she reported. She claimed the FBI subsequently located a secret Japanese spy radio transmitter in the area, although this part of the story has never been officially verified.
I'm surprised they even found out what was happening. I'm surprised they weren't just like, yeah, she's crazy. Put her in an asylum.
Maybe because she's famous, they had to listen to her.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Said they were temporary dental fillings.
Yeah,
I never heard
point.
of temporary fillings.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Yeah, so basically he talks about them faking alien invasion, using this tech to fake alien invasions. And it made me think about the alien abductees and channelers will say that whatever entities that they come in contact with will tell them, to stop destroying the planet. You're destroying the earth with the pollution. They'll say that, and they kind of sometimes they'll say, we're all one. We're all one being or one consciousness, and maybe that ties in with the one world order type thing.
Okay.
Maybe that benefits them somehow.
Okay. I'm with you.
Because then, if you get enough people being like, yeah, we're all one consciousness, and it's easier to be like, we need to unite under this big this one world government, this big institution. But I don't think you're going to get a substantial amount of people believing that. It's just especially through alien abductions and stuff, or supposed alien abductions. You have to abduct half the population.
Yeah. I wonder what the environmental part was, if that was just to throw them off the scent.
Yeah. Maybe it just kind of try to convince people more in terms of, we're all one consciousness. When you're destroying the planet, you're destroying yourselves type thing. It's kind of just that same message that people have reported.
You're saying that this is when they do this they're blue beaming. These are people getting blue beamed.
That's what this guy says. I think it's happened.
Yeah.
I don't think every alien abduction story is a blue beam.
Yeah.
But I think it's definitely happened.
That makes sense. I'm with you.
But there's this article in The Guardian from 2000.
Yeah.
And it was talking about voice-to-skull technology, and it was talking about so it was proposed by the Air Force, and they wanted to use this to make Iraqis overthrow Saddam. So they wanted to basically tell them, it would be like God is telling them to overthrow Saddam.
Yeah.
So it would be a giant hologram over Iraq, and it was a projection. It uses a projection and a mirror, and the mirror would be several miles long in space, and it says it's based around a very thin sheet of metallized plastic. I've never seen that word.
Good. Yeah,
metallized plastic. Says it's folded for launch. Once in orbit, it unfurls itself like a giant umbrella. It says so far the largest mirror has been 30 meters wide, but the present versions are too small to produce a convincing image at ground level. So you'd have to have a really big mirror, which I'm sure they have.
Kind of sounds like a Dyson sphere almost.
Yeah. Oh, this is talking about how the voice is created, and it says it would use a high power microwave pulse to strike the human body, and that makes a temperature, a small temperature change in the body, and it causes an expansion of tissue, which creates an acoustic wave. And it says with a pulse stream An internal acoustic field of 5 to 15 kilohertz can be created, which is audible. So that makes it able to, you're talking to them like in their body, I guess. I'm not going to pretend to know what this really means.
Yeah.
But I just know that that's what they're saying is going on.
That's awesome. Don't give that. How funny would it be to give that to like a teenager? I'm just imagining somebody, you know, the person that steals the microphone at Walmart.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
just fucking with people. Just you're gay.
Yeah, you're gay.
The voice of God. Actually, y'all are gay.
You need to fuck men. Go fuck men.
Yeah.
But so the article also said that showing images of Allah is forbidden in Islam.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked it up, and I mean, it seems like if you're following a super strict version of Islam, then yes, but it doesn't seem like many people follow that. But it was talking about that in relation to like showing a hologram of Allah. It's like if you did that, it wouldn't really work because you can't really show them.
That would make them mad.
But also, like, there's no depiction of Islam in general that I could find, or Allah and Islam that I can find. Like, I looked it up. There's no image of that entity.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's even an image to project.
Oh yeah, good
and
point.
if you did, they would be like, "What the fuck is this?"
It?
Like,
yeah.
They'd be like, "Who is this Arab guy?" If you just projected like an Arab guy,
could be anyone. That's probably Muhammad.
That's my friend Muhammad. Like,
yeah.
That's my 20,000 friends named Muhammad.
yeah.
But it also said that this is kind of a tangent that I found from looking this up, but apparently depicting any living creatures is forbidden. Because you know how showing Muhammad is forbidden? An image of Muhammad? Apparently that extends to apparently the reason for that is that you can't depict any living creature. But that's also like a strict interpretation of Islam too. Like not everyone follows that because there's obviously images of Muhammad and like paintings, like, you know, Arabic paintings and stuff. But so in conclusion, I think it's a good possibility that Chris Bledsoe is being blue beamed.
He's getting beamed.
Yeah.
If you were to like tell Chris Bledsoe, how would you help Chris Bledsoe figure out whether he's getting blue beamed or not? What could you do to test the lady?
That's a good question.
'Cause she's just a hologram. I guess she can make an earthquake. It'd have to be something. Maybe he'd have to be like, make me smell roses right now. You know? Well, I don't know. Are the aliens magic? I don't know how it works. They're not magic. Their powers are probably limited.
Maybe they could influence your brain to think you're smelling roses.
Yeah.
And I think the government, whoever's blue beaming them, could do that probably as well.
Okay. Yeah. How could you convince him to get out? How could you tell him to leave the beam? Escape the beam. How do they make the hologram happen if he's inside? Does the hologram only happen if he's outside?
I think he's seen stuff inside.
And I guess it's the same thing you were saying before, though. If it's all happening in his brain, you know, it doesn't matter where it is, inside, outside.
Yeah, maybe because like whenever like Bluebeam talks about like the lasers and holograms, and that would make sense for it to only work outside outside or like in a certain area maybe. Yeah. But if they were just beaming, maybe they have better technology than that. And they just beam, images like visuals in your head, not just sounds.
Gay thoughts.
You just see a naked man. With a hard dick.
He's doing the thing. Was that from Borat, where it's just a penis spinning around in a circle?
The helicopter dick.
Yeah, the helicopter dick.
Yeah. I mean, there is some things that Bledsoe talks about that don't really line up with Bluebeam. Mm-hmm. But I think it's a possibility. You just never know with this stuff.
Yeah. When I see him talk, I think the same thing though. He's so vague about everything. Mm-hmm. I was watching somebody last night though, that it was some actor. He had such a boring name. It was like John Taylor or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, apparently he's been doing research on aliens and stuff for like 20 years because he had some kind of experience. And he was kind of saying, like, he doesn't talk about the experience because talking about it just sounds crazy. And you can't, like, it doesn't make sense if you haven't had anything like that happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it kind of sounds like what happens when you do drugs, really. Mm-hmm. It's like, if you take LSD or whatever, like, it's really hard to describe.
Yeah. It's like a different feeling, like a different headspace.
Yeah. It's like, describing, a color you've never seen or something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe that's a bad example, but.
No, I think that's spot on.
Yeah.
It's like something you literally just have to experience. Like, you can't explain it in words.
Yes. That's exactly what he was saying. He was talking about we've heard the same thing where words are symbols that are used to convey meaning, and it's not the same as like how aliens communicate because they're just beaming each other,
Mm-hmm.
They're just experiencing.
They're just blue beaming each other.
They're just blue beaming each other. They're just hive minding the shit out of it. Or they? Maybe they're not. Maybe they choose when to.
You know how they say that they don't really have sex?
Mm.
They don't get pussy?
Yeah.
What if instead of having sex, they just beam the thought of, and like they beam the experience of having sex to the other person.
Mm.
So they're like, this is what I'm going to do to you. They beam it into their brain, into the other person's brain.
It's a warning shot.
And then the other person experiences that. They're like, one alien will be like beaming doggy style into the other one's brain, and the other one feels that and experiences being fucked doggy style without being fucked doggy style.
Is that rape?
I guess you'd have to have consent if you just go around doing it.
You can get in trouble for that.
Maybe they have anti blue beam rape devices.
Yeah.
It like blocks out the signal.
Yeah, that's good. It's a filter.
Yeah.
It's a filter for that. Unless you have to you have to open up the filter if you want to get doggy style.
Yeah.
You
have to click like a accept or decline.
Yeah.
In your brain.
There's a log somewhere.
Yeah, that's voice to cock.
Voice to cock.
Voice to cock technology.
Yes, good. That would really simplify the whole thing, Yeah.
Yeah. No mess.
No mess.
No STDs.
No STDs, Oh, what if you did get STDs?
Get like brain AIDS.
Yeah. It's what are they called? Those people? Bug chasers.
Bug chasers?
Yeah. Bug chaser beamer.
Project Blueballs.
Project Blueballs. Yes. That's good. They're a tease. They tease you. Maybe they tease you until you click accept and then they leave.
They just beam it right. They keep beaming it into you, and you're right about to come, and they just stop completely. You're like, oh. You're just getting You're going from like very sensitive or a lot of stimuli to no stimuli.
Yeah.
That would really irritate me.
Yeah.
Because blue balls already sucks.
Yeah.
But if you're just getting you're getting stimulated and you're like, this is sick. And then suddenly it's stopped completely and you're like, what the fuck?
Yes. Did you hear about that thing? I feel like Gabe was telling us one time about how they made some device that like just makes you feel good and they gave it to people.
Yeah.
They like put it in their brain and they just never stopped clicking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The iPhone.
Yeah.
That is the iPhone.
Yeah, that is what it is.
Just unlimited access to anything you want, and you just keep scrolling.
Oh yeah, you just keep going. You can't stop. Won't stop. That's Pokemon Go for me.
It's like a drug.
Yeah, I need a Pokemon Go anonymous. Pokemon Go's made my life unmanageable. I played for like 4 hours yesterday.
You just were you actually going out and finding stuff, or
Dude, they let you do these battles against other people, and it's just very fun. Mm-hmm. Like, And also, just Pokemon are just the funniest things. It's like, it's literally a trash bag with eyeballs. It's just so funny. You know? It's undeniable.
I think there was a, what do they call it when there's a Pokemon in a certain place? Is it just, there was a Pokemon here? Is there a certain word for it?
Oh, sometimes they're, I think how it works sometimes is like the Pokemon move in a map. They kind of like have migration patterns, and they will call it like if there's a special Pokemon in an area, they call it a nest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is a nest on Epstein's Island.
Oh, for sure, definitely. They said we got Charizard over here.
Got the best one here. You gotta come here.
yeah. We got all kind of Pikachu. That's how Epstein got him. He said, "You play Pokemon Go?"
we got a legendary Charizard.
Legendary. He said, "He's shiny, dog."
Is that what they call? Is that like a tier of Pokemon as legendary, or they call it something else?
Oh yeah,
Shiny?
there's legendary, there's mythical, there's Gigamax or Gigantamax, Dynamax, and then there's shiny. Shiny means they're a different color. And then yeah, they keep doing all these things to make you need to get more things to be able to play. Yeah, they really just got a death grip on my brain. There's a Pokemon that's a vacuum. It's so funny.
Like a literal vacuum?
It's an actual vacuum.
Damn.
Yeah. It's too funny.
Is that the funniest one you've come across?
There's another one that's a cup of tea. Straight up, just a cup of tea.
What is it called?
Sinistea.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one that is, the first evolution's a candle, and its name is Litwick.
I like that.
Yeah. And then the final evolution is called Chandelure. And it's a chandelier.
That's cool.
Dude, it's so funny.
How do they even fight if it's just a candle? Does it have legs?
Oh, dude, he's got sick fire moves. He'd be burning a motherfucker down.
Like, how does it move? Does it move at all? Is it just kind of...
He just kind of rocks back and forth. Yeah, that's how he moves.
Nice.
It's pretty funny.
To like flip over on its side and roll.
Oh, that'd be great. Maybe when it dies.
Yeah.
At least the chandelier one makes sense, you know. It's kind of
Yeah.
swinging back and forth like, you know, something from hanging from the ceiling might.
So how does the chandelier even, like, how does it situate itself in the world? Like, because it doesn't have anything to hang by.
Yeah.
Does it just like lay like kind of oddly on one side?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. So it's actually a ghost type Pokemon also,
Okay.
in addition to being fire type.
So it's a dead conscious chandelier.
Yeah.
Only the Japanese could come up with
Only
that.
the Japanese. Only the Japanese. Also, dude, the original Pokemon was fucked up. Do you know about Cubone?
No.
Oh, dude, the Cubone story's crazy. So this is like first of all, a game for children. And then there's this like place you go into and you encounter like these ghost Pokemon, which is also fucking weird now that I think about it. They're like kind of scary, and it's like you're basically like walking around in a haunted house and you have to beat up these scary things or whatever. But you like encounter this one Pokemon that like is wearing a skull. Like on that, like, you know,
Is that the one that kind of looks like some type of mammal
yeah
beaver type thing? It has a skull on it.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a mammal. Almost like, yeah, just like a mammal standing on its hind legs, and it carries a bone, and it's got a skull that it wears on its head.
Yep.
And then the plot of it is like that's the skull. It's mom's skull, and its mom died.
Holy shit!
And it's living in this place that is just full of ghosts. But it's like a
That's hardcore.
regular mammal Pokemon. I don't know. It's just the craziest story. It's just like, what in the fuck?
Do the new Pokemons have that level of lore?
I'm sure they do. Honestly, I don't know much about them. They have like, yeah, they got all kinds of crazy shit. We should just find just what the craziest Poke lore is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. The gameplay loop is pleasant. They really get me because they have all these like little miniature tasks that you can do. So it's like there's always some other little goal to get. There's always like some other little thing like, oh, if I just do one more of these, I can.
So it's literally like an open world game.
Yeah.
That you're playing in real life.
Yeah.
Because you have these little side missions, and then you have the main. I guess there's not like a main story mission, but.
Yeah. It's just like collecting Pokemon basically, and they have like different stats. So like you can get you can get 100% Pokemon, which is like the odds of that are like rolling. If you had a 16-sided die, rolling a 16 3 times.
Whoa.
Pretty crazy.
It would be cool if they had a main story that you could follow, but it's so long that it takes like years to.
It's One Piece.
Yeah.
Piece.
Yeah.
It's funny because you're saying like, yeah, you play it in real life, but it's really like, it takes over. Like your real life becomes Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's the you think it would make you more engaged with the outside world, but it like because it makes you go to the outside world, but it actually just makes you more engaged in Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a crazy feedback loop. I don't know.
Wasn't there something a while back that was talking about how the CIA used Pokemon Go to like track people's locations and stuff?
I could see that, but I was thinking about it like, I mean, Google already has this information. Why would they use Pokemon Go?
Yeah, I can't remember what that was even talking about. Was that it? Did I just like hallucinate that? Or?
No, I've heard that before too. And then I was just kind of like, why? And then I thought about it, and I was just like, I mean,
because they don't need this. They don't need Pokemon Go to do that. They already have
100%.
Everything you use is tracking you.
100%. Yeah.
Maybe it was something else. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I've heard that same thing, that same criticism of Pokemon Go. But I don't know. I thought about it, and I was just like, I mean, if you use Google Maps, they already got you, dog.
Yeah.
Like, it's
if
too
you,
late.
I mean, if you have a phone
Yeah.
connected to the internet, they have you.
Yeah. I mean, you're just selling it to a different company. So instead of Google being able to sell it, I don't know, some crazy Chinese company probably is
Yeah.
selling it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard the argument that people would rather have their data sold to China instead of the U.S. government because China can't really do anything since they live in the U.S.
That's an interesting argument. I feel like, yeah, sometimes China be giving you a better value add also.
Yeah.
It's
crazy how Pokemon Go is still going. It's a 10-year-old game.
10 years, yep.
I remember when it first came out, it was like the biggest thing ever. And I don't think I played it until I played it with you.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, when you and Mark played it.
Hell yeah. How it survived after like the second year, I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah, people just kept it alive.
Because everybody quit after like 3 months,
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. Only real Pokemon enjoyers are still playing it. Only the real ones.
Only the hardcore ones. Mark got me into it, and now I'm back addicted. He asked me to play one time recently, and I was like, fuck. They pulled me out, but I'm right back in.
They need that. See, they need to make more games like that for other IPs. Like, it'd be cool if they made, like, a Star Trek Go. Or you could go and interact with different aliens. Like a certain part of your town would be, like, a certain planet. And you could interact with aliens, like, do missions and stuff.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Like, team up with other people.
Yeah.
And you could even, it would be cool, like, your phone could be a phaser. So if you needed to phase someone.
Is that like a...
It's like a gun, like a...
Oh, hell yeah.
Because you can, like, set it to stun or set it to kill.
Okay.
So it'd be
Hell
cool
yeah.
if you needed to defend yourself against an alien, you could just use your phone to, like... bzz, bzz.
Would you enslave them in the same way you do with your Pokemon?
Yeah. Yeah, you could just go on, like, a rampage through the galaxy and just enslave every race you come across.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta catch them all.
Gotta enslave them all.
Yeah. You could put them all in that room, the Infinity Room or whatever.
Yeah.
What is that called?
What?
That room that you go in? Oh, maybe that's like a hologram. It's not like a real...
the holodeck.
Yes, the holodeck. Okay. It's not actually an infinitely...
Dude, I think we have a good idea here.
Yes. We're on to something.
We need to make this.
Yes.
Yeah, you could just store them in your holodeck.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that'd be cool.
Maybe you could make it like an arena. They fight each other.
Yeah.
You could sell tickets.
Yeah.
So is the holodeck like you can make anything? The holodeck's like you make it with your imagination, or how does it work?
You have to set the parameters. I don't think they really explain it. Because it'd probably be kind of like technical, but
Yeah.
they kind of just, they'll go into the holodeck and they'll type some stuff on the keypad and be like, computer set parameters for, or they'll have like set programs that you can choose from. So they can you can create your own custom program and save it, and then you can just keep going back to that.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
Epstein's Island.
you can just be like, computer create Epstein's Island, add Stephen Hawking, and
Yes.
then it'll create that. And you can be like, computer, take off safety parameters. So then you can actually get hurt or killed.
Oh, shit.
It's basically, it uses like photons and light to create interactable matter.
Okay.
And that's how it's kind of explained.
I like that. So it's like, in my mind, what would make sense, just probably because I'm a mere earthling, is that it's not really happening. You get it's like getting plugged into the Matrix. But if it is really happening, maybe they just make the scale crazy. Like when you go into the holodeck, you shrink to a crazy size so that it can create this expansive world.
Yeah, I've thought about that, and I'm like, because it's just this room in the ship, and it's like, how do you, they'll create they'll be climbing mountains and stuff, and it's like, I don't think that's ever explained. I don't think they ever explain it, but I think I've tried to explain it myself, and I think I've read some stuff of basically it's like it moves with you.
Okay.
But I don't know how it keeps
basically.
you. I don't know how it keeps you from hitting the walls. I don't know.
It's like rendering the next spot as you move.
Did you say a treadmill?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Like somehow it's like the floor moves, but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how. I don't think it physically could work, but it's a cool concept.
Hell yeah. Is there anybody that went into the holodeck and was like, I'm not leaving?
There was one episode in The Next Generation where this guy, his name, can't remember his rank. I think was it Lieutenant Barkley? His name was Reginald Barkley, and he was like this kind of neurotic, I think he was an engineer. He's just real shy and nervous, social anxiety. And he had holodeck programs that had the crew in it, and he had he had Counselor Troy. He had her a version of her in his program that fell in love with him. And then she found out. And she's like, bro, what the fuck?
That's amazing.
But eventually they kind of and also some of the officers like Commander Riker and Geordi, they make fun of Barkley, and that kind of pushes him more into this delusion.
Yeah.
And Captain Picard gets mad at them. He's like, y'all need to stop being dicks. Y'all are being assholes. It's a really good episode, and it's has a really good message. It's like you're pushing him away, and it's causing him to be more of a weirdo. You need to include him. Y'all are officers. You're supposed to be a role model and hold yourself to higher standards.
Yeah.
And treat your I don't know what you would call them, your
crewmate, subordinate.
Your subordinates. You need to treat them with respect and stuff.
Yeah.
And they eventually are like, yeah, we were shitty. And they include him, and then he starts thriving. I'm like, it's such a good episode.
That's wholesome. I wonder if that's were they trying to draw some analogies between television and the holodeck, or maybe video games in the holodeck? I
don't know. I think because that episode came out in probably 1990. It was late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
So I think it was just kind of about just treating people with respect and including, trying to help people that I don't know. I think it's mostly just about treating people with respect.
That makes sense. it seems like there is a little bit of like escapism.
Yeah.
Like, and how he's using the holodeck for that.
I guess that was another point. It's like it was like saying like you can't live in this, you need to live in the real world. Like you can't live in this delusion.
But it sounds like it was more about the officers than it was about the guy.
I think it was both. It was both. Because Counselor Troy was like kind of sits him down and is like, you can't do this. Like this is weird.
That makes sense.
And yeah, so.
That makes sense. Pretty sick. Is there any Star Trek episodes that you're like, is there the wildest Star Trek episode or the most insane Star Trek plot that you think about sometimes?
Probably. There's so many of them.
That was a pretty vague question.
There's one in the Next Generation. It's the 3rd episode of the 1st season, and they go to this planet, and it's just like Africans. It's just like tribal Africans.
Oh shit!
Like those are the aliens. So that one's like, you know, people say that one's racist and everything. Well, my favorite episode, but yeah, so that one's really funny.
You dress up as one of the Africans for Halloween. You're like, I'm not black, I'm an alien.
Yeah, I'm an alien from the hit TV show Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah. Episode 39.
There's one original series episode where they go to this planet and they've outlawed war, but they've outlawed physical war. So whenever they've been fighting this war for like 500 years or whatever.
Yeah.
But they outlawed actual fighting. So the two sides have computer simulations going, and it'll be like, okay, we bombed them and we killed like 1 million people. Then the other side has to execute 1 million of their people.
What?
So basically it's like they've taken out the actual fighting, and it's just like they've just simulated the war, and whatever the simulation says, then the other side does. And that's how they kind of fight.
That's
and so
amazing.
instead of like actually destroying each other's cities, they just
play Age of Empires.
They just play Age of Empires. They play Total War.
Yeah.
And they execute their own citizens.
Jesus, dude, that's crazy.
So they'll be like, okay, this, I think the way they do it is like, they'll be like, okay, this location is hit, 10,000 people died. So then they take 10,000 people from that location and just like, they get into this booth and it just disintegrates them. And then like, they're like, okay, those are the casualties.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've always thought that was a cool idea and concept.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then Kirk is like, this is retarded. Why are y'all doing this? Like, stop.
Yeah.
And he brokers a peace, but
he's like, kill each other like normal.
Yeah. It's just funny to be like, they're like, yeah, like this is how we're fighting, and you just go there and you're like, what?
He said it's war with less steps.
Yeah.
It's fast forward.
Yeah.
Fast forward to the...
You take out the second step of war.
Yeah. The preparation and the bombing part. It's less expensive, I would think.
Yeah.
What game would America like to play like that? What would we be good at? Because it's like, in my mind, it's like they're playing a game to decide who wins.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that game is like grounded in reality, but...
I think in that situation, it was just like a computer model.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like there's people strategizing and be like, let's bomb this one.
Okay.
I think it was just a computer. I'm trying to remember. Maybe there was some sort of human element, but it seemed like it was mostly just like a computer running simulations, and then they would just do whatever that said.
Okay.
It is funnier if it's just a bunch of dudes like in a room.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we bombed Moscow. Y'all need to kill 1 million people.
It's like Risk, basically. Yeah. That's crazy. That makes more sense, though. It's like the AI decides who dies.
Yeah, ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's what we're getting to. You know, we're getting there now. That's why we blew up the 150 children or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, at the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if the you know how Grok is supposed to be racist apparently?
Oh yeah.
What if they used Grok and it's like, okay, we bombed this part of your country, but the only casualties were black people. And it just every time, like it always does that.
It's like,
it never
you're
chooses
welcome.
white people. Everyone's like, are you sure the only casualties were black people? It's like, yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, yes, 100%. Yep, check it. Yeah, check the leg musculature. Check the sizes of their skulls.
Yeah. It's using just all the race science from like the 1800s.
Yeah.
It's using skull shape. I'm trying to think of other Star Trek episodes that were kind of crazy.
How many of them did they make?
There's probably like, so the first 6. See, there's original series, Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, Enterprise, and they're probably like 20. Most of them are like 22 episodes per season. Damn, I don't even know. Because then there's new ones too. Those are complete ass, but there's probably like over 500 episodes, I would say.
Damn.
I'm gonna look
Pretty
that
good.
up. That might be way off.
It's been around since the 80s, you said?
60s.
60s, Jesus.
66.
That's a long
Holy shit. See, I was gonna say 1,000. Or like, I was gonna say 800.
time. Yeah.
But I was still off. There's 950 episodes.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
But, I mean, it is including like the newer episodes too. Or new.
Did they ever have any of the old people on? Like back on the show? 'Cause that would be cool.
They had Picard. They had a Picard series, which is ass. But they had a bunch of the old cast from the Next Generation in the 3rd season. But yeah, not really. They're all kind of old now, and sometimes it doesn't fit into the timeline. But
That makes sense.
But it's just funny in the older series where, like, a lot of the time they wouldn't even bother putting makeup on them. It would just be like, yeah, this is an alien planet, and it's just a bunch of dudes. And they and they would just be. There's one planet they went to. It was just they were mobsters.
That's awesome.
And it's like they look like humans and they're mobsters, and it's like this is an alien planet.
That's awesome.
And it's just 1930s Earth.
It's just a gang.
And basically, I think they I don't know if they explained it, like they didn't really explain it in the show, but the lore is like they're parallel Earths. It's like the galaxy is so big that they've evolved pretty much the same as us.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like basically the same as 1930s Earth. But it is really funny. Just they go to an alien planet and it's just mobsters. And they're like, hey.
That's amazing.
They're just using like Tommy guns shooting.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with these dudes? Drinking hooch.
Yeah.
I was listening to this one thing, or I watched this one video, and this dude was explaining how they saw light from a star that shouldn't have been as old as it was or something. And he was like saying that it might be a different universe that we're able to see. And then he was like using it to explain multiverses, I guess. He was saying like, I don't know, he showed this image of basically our universe being like that, and then kind of like, you know, you slot something into it and that's the next one, and then you slot something into that one and that's the next one. At the edge of the universe there's a bunch of other universes happening. So
we're just perpetually getting fucked.
yeah, exactly.
We're getting fucked by other universes that are also getting fucked.
Yes. It's a big old circle jerk.
Yeah.
It's a giant circle jerk.
An orgy.
Yeah.
Universal orgy.
It's human centiverse. Yeah, that's the play. That's what it is.
So it was like so the light wasn't actually coming from the star?
It was coming from the star, but it was like the age of the Okay, I think it was about the color that they're, they use a representation of the color that is based on like some kind of wavelength. And they were basically saying, based on where this star is, it should not have been as old as it was.
Okay.
Like this could only happen, hundreds of millions of years or, billions of years after when we think this was there originally. So for that to be there, I guess the explanation was it's from another universe.
Yeah.
That does make you think they just don't know nothing, do they? They just
Not
don't know.
really.
They
Not
don't know
really.
shit. They don't know shit.
I mean, I really like space, and I think all that's interesting. But at the same time, I kind of see, articles or whatever talking about like, oh, we found this thing in the middle of space or this star, and it's like a million, trillion, billion years old.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you know that?
How do you fucking know? You don't know.
That's not,
Because it's blue.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, well, it's blue, so like, of course that means it's 12.5 billion years old. It's like,
Yeah.
you're a fag.
Yeah, shut
You're
the
a fag.
fuck
Shut up. You don't know
literally have
anything.
No idea.
Like, what are photons?
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that's made up. That's
This is all bullshit. It's like, so another thing is they're talking about NASA recently announced a moon landing or some type of moon mission. I'm like, you're not going to do that.
Nah.
They do that every 4 years.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're doing a moon mission. We're going to the moon again.
Yeah.
It's like, y'all are never doing that.
Why don't they?
Aliens.
Yes, I agree. I was listening to somebody, I think maybe we already talked about this, but they were like, here's the deal with the moon. The aliens are on the other side.
Yeah. Well, that was, so, apparently there's structures on the dark side of the moon that we can, because you can never see the dark side of the moon. So there's structures there. There's a guy in 1965, I cannot remember his name, but he was like in the Air Force or something, and he went and he had to print out these pictures from one of the moon missions that it was like an unmanned moon mission. They were taking pictures of the moon, and he had to like get these photos or something. And the guy that printed them out, somehow this other guy that was like working, that actually was like handling the pictures, he had some that showed the structures on the other side of the moon. And he showed this other guy, which he probably, I don't think he definitely didn't have the authority to show him, but he was probably like, holy shit, look at this. And he showed this guy, and the guy was like, damn, this is like groundbreaking. Like, we're going to see this in the news soon, but it never happened, obviously.
Yeah.
And he said that it was from the NSA, and he thought that meant NASA, because the NSA wasn't public then, like no one knew that it existed then.
Okay.
He was interviewed by Stephen Greer for his God damn it. He had that disclosure project thing in like 2001, and he interviewed this guy. His name was Carl Wolf.
That sounds familiar. Okay, so this is from a Stephen Greer session. That makes sense.
Yeah.
What? I remember another YouTube video title that I've seen a bunch of times but have never clicked on is, "This is why China keeps going to the moon." And now I just think the dark side of the moon is populated by the Chinese.
Yeah. There's just temples and stuff.
Yeah. That's got to be it.
Yeah, Dr. Carl Wolf.
Okay.
And it's weird because you remember 2017 December, that article came out about basically that was like the start of like the big UFO.
The thing that blew it up and started the Congress stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy died the next year.
Oh.
But he was run over on his bike.
Oh shit.
So a little weird.
Little sus.
Little sus.
A little sussy.
And I guess you could say like, why was he allowed to live so many years? After he told his story, in 2001, but it wasn't a big deal back then.
Yeah.
2017 happened, shit's popping off with the UFOs. He's a guy I think they said they could have like subpoenaed him or something. So maybe that was why.
I keep another YouTube video headline I keep seeing is another UFO person has been murdered. That's another one that I keep, and I can never tell if like another person's actually been murdered or if I'm just seeing different people reporting on the same thing.
Apparently there's been several like doctors and like people that are like scientists and doctors that have been in the UFO field or studying UFOs have been missing or killed recently.
Damn.
So, and that goes along with...
You were talking about this a few weeks ago, too. I remember that.
Yeah, that was the podcast that the audio was bad.
Oh, damn.
But we talked about the scientist that was shot on his... like at his home, like just in the middle of the desert.
Oh, yeah,
and he was studying, I think he was like using the James Webb telescope, studying, space. And apparently that's like the most powerful telescope we have. And maybe he saw something that was never seen before that they were scared he was going to talk about. And then there's also I think he studied asteroids too. Can't remember. Maybe that was another guy. And then there's the MIT physicist that was killed.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's right. Was that the one that was like just way far away from anybody and there's no reason for him?
That was the guy that was using the James Webb telescope.
Okay.
And he was just like in the middle. He had a house like just in the middle of the desert. And some guy came up and shot him.
Just like, how the fuck can this happen?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way this wasn't intentional, like planned.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Weird shit.
Weird shit. I'm excited to finally learn what's going on or get an inkling. I keep hearing, for a while I was hearing 2027. I've heard 2026. I'm hoping it's, what is it, April 4th? April 1st?
April 5th.
April 5th.
How funny would it be if it was April 1st?
April Fool's Day.
Yeah, they were like, yo...
That would be so funny.
There's aliens. It's legit. The government comes out. Trump comes out. He's like,
psych. We psyched you.
Yeah. April 2nd comes around. They're like, so, about that post on Instagram.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I saw, one thing that irritated me a little bit. This guy last night was talking about... Do you remember, this pissed me off too. You mentioned this, and it was like Obama said something about aliens, and it blew up, and it's like, I didn't really mean there are aliens or something. Do you remember when that happened?
Yeah.
And then Trump made a tweet, and he was like, I'm going to release the UFO files.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And this guy who I was listening to talk about aliens who had an experience was like, yeah, and apparently they're going to release it. They got people talking about the UFO files. And I'm just like, I don't know. Nobody's taking that seriously. That's never going to happen. He even kind of said he knew that, but I was just like, why are you even talking about this?
Yeah, every time I see something about, we're going to release the files, and it's like, no, you're not.
No.
They'll release some, and maybe they'll do a limited hangout and just give you some information, but I don't see why people get excited about that.
Yeah. He did make an interesting point, though. And he was like, the government probably doesn't even have access to the real information. Like, that's probably private companies. Like,
yeah, that's like the idea that there's a separate shadow government.
Yes.
That's pulling the strings.
Yes.
Because I don't think there's any way that they're going to tell Trump about what they know.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, like with the private, it's all in the private sector.
Yeah.
Because when they do that, they don't have to, like you can't get Congress to release anything like or you can't like Freedom of Information Act stuff. And
yeah,
if it's with a company, there's no legal recourse you can take to get them to release that.
Yeah.
And that's why they've moved that. They've moved all I think that they moved all the UFO materials and craft to private companies.
Yeah.
because then can't do anything about it.
Can't do anything about it. There was a UAP Gerb, you know him?
Yeah.
He was talking about like the structure of how some of it works, because I guess he looks into like the money part of it sometimes, and it's like this big these like tiers of like private companies.
Yeah.
And it's actually like multi-level.
Yeah.
And it's not just like, you know, Lockheed Martin or whatever, or fucking BlackRock or whatever. It's like several. He was kind of saying that that's like the lowest layer. Like they get some information, but there's actually layers above that. I don't know.
So is there other higher, like, is there other companies higher up, or is it like not even companies? Is it just like this loose organization of individuals that are gatekeeping all this?
He was talking about, I think, companies and organizations specifically, and he was talking about, because some of the layers the government are involved in, and some of the layers are private company, and some of them are like in between those two things, where it's like, yeah, something like that.
I just want to see if it was on.
Yeah,
See it. Yeah, they've definitely made it to where it's pretty much impossible to figure out any information about what they have.
Yeah.
Unless someone comes forward, like we've had the whistleblowers come forward. Did you see that JD Vance was saying that he believes UFOs are demons?
What?
Yeah.
No.
I saw like a post. I haven't watched the actual video. I'm sure it does say that, but disclaimer, I haven't watched the actual video.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm sure but yeah, that's I don't know what to think.
Yeah, that's a blue beam. Well,
Are they trying to sway it that way? Are they trying to sway it towards like that type of religious phenomenon instead of?
man, I think I said the wrong word, because I remember there was that time Ronald Reagan was like, he was talking about if there was some extraterrestrial force coming to invade the Earth, everybody would be on the same side. And that was another thing that was like people thought might be a manipulative tactic that they could use to unite people and kind of create a one world order kind of thing, which is different from what you were talking about with the blue beam thing. I don't know.
No, I think that's.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah, that's
okay.
I'm sure that the guy that was talking about blue beam knew about that speech, and I'm sure he incorporated that.
Yeah.
And because I mean, blue beam, they talk about the fake alien invasion and stuff.
Okay. Maybe Iran has an alien and that's why we're there.
Yeah.
That would make more sense. They've got a craft.
It was in that hospital.
Yeah. There we go. The children were protecting it.
The children were aliens.
Yeah. Yeah, it adds up.
It's like, you don't understand. They were all aliens. They were invading.
Look, they have antennas. It's just like a ChatGPT image. Little brown girl with antennas.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I kind of believe that's a combination of everything. And with the angels and demons, I think that's kind of interchangeable with interdimensional entities. So I think that's kind of one and the same. It just depends on how you interpret it.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably like what people are experiencing is, a little bit of interdimensional, a little bit of extraterrestrial, a little bit of like government.
Yeah.
Government trickery.
Yeah.
Actually, I think probably a lot of it is government trickery.
Yeah. That makes sense. If you can buy into if you think there's probably aliens, then there can't just be one. There's got to be a bunch of different ones and a bunch of different kinds. There's got to be a bunch of different reasons and ways they interact.
Yeah, I mean, maybe our planet is really special, and there's not there's a lot of life in the universe because it's so big, but it's so far apart that maybe this there's just a huge, we're in this sector, we're the only intelligence in this sector of space.
Interesting, yeah.
And they're all
we're the
drawn to
undiscovered
us.
African tribe.
Yeah,
You know?
we're the North Sentinel Islands.
Yes, we're the Senegalese.
I mean, that makes sense because they attack missionaries and stuff when they try to go to that island.
Yeah.
We've shot down craft.
Oh, yeah.
Supposedly, so
100%.
yeah.
I definitely could see that.
Yeah.
They can't find us. We have something. This dude that I was talking about, the actor guy, he was talking about how the aliens have shut off our capacity to sense or see the other entities that are around us somehow. That was his pitch.
Interesting.
He kept saying, well, you just don't understand. They're non-local, so it's not something. He was just talking, I don't know. He kept saying these words and just not really explaining them.
I guess so he's talking about them, they're projecting their consciousness.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah. He was also talking about universes, and he was talking about how it's universes can interact with each other, which is interesting compared to the other thing I was talking about where the universes are connected.
Yeah.
He was saying that they're fields basically, and the fields from each universe can interact with each other and create effects and things.
So kind of overlap.
Yeah,
in a way?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the explanation for experiences where it'll be this being in this universe overlap with ours, and that's why it's showing up. That's basically what he was saying?
He's
That's why we're seeing this entity for a short amount of time, is because it just kind of randomly overlapped.
I think he's trying to explain why we can't see them and how they're able to show up occasionally, or what enables them to do that. And he was saying they're kind of existing in a way that allows them to kind of phase in, exactly like you were saying, or dip in.
Yeah.
In some way, and they have control over aspects of the universe or reality that we can't perceive or don't understand.
Yeah.
It was interesting, but it was an hour and 20-minute interview. It was funny though. It was another one of those interviews where the interviewer would ask him a question and he would just completely start talking about something else. And then it got to a point where he was like, "I'm not sure if I answered your question." And then the interviewer asked him again, and he continued on this. Just did not answer the question at all. But it was just so funny to see him have the awareness that he didn't answer the question and then continue not answering the question.
Yeah. Yeah, some dudes just get on in a fugue state.
Yeah,
just on that fugue state.
Dude, he was channeling, man.
Yeah.
He had the Bashar in him.
Yeah.
He had a bit
got
of
that
the
Bashar in me.
Yeah, he got that Bashar in him.
Yeah. There's something else I want to tell you about the aliens.
I want an alien to have a black name like DeQuavius or.
I thought it'd be really funny if, how the universe is so big. And so there has to be an alien that has the N-word as their name.
Oh, yeah. Got it. 100%.
How would we go about interacting with that entity? How would we, because you can't call them by their name.
Yeah.
So you got to be can you come up with a nickname?
Grr.
You gotta have someone say the first part and then you say the last part.
Yeah. Maybe Guh.
Yeah.
Grr's a little too harsh.
You just kind of blur out or you kind of censor the first part.
Yeah.
It's this is my friend Gur.
Yeah. Or just mispronounce it, I guess. That's the only way.
It's he tells you his first name and you're like, okay, can't really call you that. What's your last name? And it's just another slur.
Yeah. Just as bad. Damn. How about John?
How about I just call you John?
Yeah. I'm gonna call you John. Yeah, if they do just like, do they talk to each other or no? They probably don't, right? Aliens. They're the way people talk about them is like they talk about it like as if they're hearing the voice in their head, but like if you're beaming into somebody's brain, are you using speech? You don't need to use speech, right? I guess like.
No, it's just I guess like thoughts.
Yeah. They're just doing that because that's what we understand.
It'd be funny if they, because they beam their thoughts into your brain. I guess either, I don't know if they're beaming. I don't know if people actually hear words or they just kind of get the gist.
Yeah.
I think they actually hear words. They'll hear like, oh, people will say that so the alien will telepathically communicate with them, and they'll hear the alien talking in their voice in their head.
Whoa.
So the alien will be like, hello, my name is Kleebort. But they'll hear that through their own voice in their head.
Whoa.
So I don't know if that means like they're hearing that. Because you have like a, what is it called?
Like your internal monologue.
Yeah, you have that voice, but then you also have your actual speaking voice. I wonder which one.
Interesting. Yeah.
I guess they're kind of the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really. I guess I do sound the same when I think to myself.
I don't.
It would be funny if you. So first of all, I thought it'd be funny if they projected a different language into your head, and you're just like, I don't understand what you're saying. They're just projecting Chinese.
I said, hold on. Ni hao.
Ni hao. And you're just like, I have no clue.
I said,
Like they just do that to fuck with you. But then I just thought about it would be funny if your internal monologue was like in an Asian accent. It's like, okay, I need to go to the store today, and then I go to Walmart and.
that would be good. Now I'm trying to make my internal monologue a different accent. I can't do it. It's hard.
I think I just did it.
That's good. The Bashar guy was talking about how he and Bashar work is Bashar like is beaming the thoughts into his brain, and then his consciousness is translating it and saying it out loud. Mm-hmm. And then he's also saying that he and Bashar will be communicating or having a separate conversation than what he is speaking when he's channeling.
So he's having he's having two different conversations.
Pretty much. He's like his physical body, and I guess like some of what I don't know. His physical body is translating Bashar, but also Bashar will be talking to him specifically, and he will be communicating with Bashar and his thoughts somehow.
Yeah. I think Bashar is probably a CIA agent.
Yeah.
Just like in a basement in Washington.
Oh, yeah.
He's just beaming this. He's like, yeah, so my name's Bashar. It's just like some dude named Tyler.
Yeah.
Some CIA agent named Tyler. He's just like, yeah, my name's Bashar. I live on the planet Gorgle.
Jorgling. The N-word.
He's just beaming the N-word. Yeah. I need you to say this out loud 7 times in a row.
Oh, dude, it makes sense. Okay, so what Tourette's is?
It's blue beam.
It's just getting blue beamed by the kid that grabs the microphone at Walmart. You know? It's
just a CIA troll.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, he brings his friend and he's like, yo, check this out.
Yeah. Someone somewhere just
This guy is inside of a Popeyes in Atlanta, Georgia. Watch this.
Now watch this drive. I think you just killed a guy.
Have you seen, do you know Alyssa Liu? Mm-mm. Like the figure skater that was in the Olympics. She's like half Asian.
Oh, yes.
So apparently she's genetically modified. Have you seen that?
I've heard that she had either It was crazy because there's two Olympians. One of them had an Asian dad, and the other one had an Asian mom. But both of them had a test tube baby, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah, and they were both mixed with whites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, they're genetically modifying the foids. Do you know what a foid is? It's just a meme term for like women. They call them foids.
Okay.
And there was a meme for a while. You remember when that woman got shot by ice?
Yeah.
In Minnesota? They were calling her George Floyd.
That's good. That's good.
And yeah, so our foids are being genetically modified, and we have GMO foids. And I thought it would be funny if we genetically modified dudes to be better at jacking off, so they can beat that world record.
Oh, yes. That makes sense to me. They can create the perfect specimen.
Yeah.
Endurance. A different kind of endurance athlete.
Yeah, they give them increased lung capacity for better endurance. They give them
forearm endurance.
Yeah. They somehow fuse adamantium like Wolverine into his skeleton.
Yes.
So he just has better, I don't know, just tougher.
Yeah. His sweat is like kind of like lube.
Yeah.
Oil.
Yeah, it has there's less salt in it or something.
Yeah.
So it's
exactly.
more oily or more slippery.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would make it more slippery or not, but
yeah, you know. Never know till you try.
Yeah.
I
guess he wouldn't need like a reinforced skeleton. I don't know if that would help him jack off better.
Yeah. What would he need?
It would be cool though. Might as well.
Yeah.
Why not? In.
You know? Thick dick skin.
Yeah.
Not too thick, but sensitive. Still sensitive somehow.
It's still sensitive, but it's leathery.
Yeah. Nice leathery.
It's pre-calloused.
Yes. He was born for this, literally.
He's got a sick skin.
Yeah, a sick skin. Yeah. Yes.
I guess like a reinforced foreskin would help.
Yeah.
Because a foreskin already helps you jack off better, I guess, feel more pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
So having it reinforced would keep it from deteriorating.
Yes. Probably have limited,
like a polyester foreskin.
Yeah, that's good. You probably have a limited number of times you can do this, go do the marathon before you're just, in bad condition.
You gotta have like an 18-year-old inject his blood. You gotta have an 18-year-old's blood injected into your dick, like Brian Johnson.
Oh, yes.
And it rejuvenates it.
You need,
pumps it up. Mm-hmm. That's aftercare. That's like, because you gotta genetically modify them in the womb, or like before they're even born.
Yeah.
And then you increasingly upgrade them.
Oh, yes.
Once they're born. Mm-hmm. Like you circumcise them and then give them the reinforced foreskin.
Shoot some stem cells in there. That's the way.
Might as well just cut the whole dick off at that point. Just give them a bionic dick.
Yeah, there you go. Does that still count? Or is that cheating?
Yeah, I guess that would be. That could be considered cheating.
Well, I don't know. Is being genetically modified already cheating? It's just different levels.
I guess you could be. I guess you could. You could compete in the handicapped division of the jacking. I guess what would this even be called? Like the jacking off Olympics?
Yeah. JOO.
Yeah.
The Jew.
So the Jew. Yeah, there could be. I mean, you could have the Paralympics. The Para-Jack-Off Olympics. And then you could use your bionic dick.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I feel like the dudes that have they have the prosthetic legs, I almost feel like they have an advantage.
Yeah. They don't get, they don't have anything real that they can break or wear out.
Yeah. So.
They can just replace it.
Yeah. So I feel like that would be the same with this. It'd just be the Paralympics, Jack-Off Olympics.
I love it. We need to make a Facebook event.
Yeah.
We get a lot of freaky viewers for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could just get a bunch of dudes with no legs to jack off for us.
That would be awesome.
And just dudes with prosthetic arms. That'd be cool to see.
The dudes with no legs during the Olympics, are they laying down, or or do they get seats, or
they get they get placed in like a chamber.
Yeah. This is good.
Like a car seat. Car seat.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how the dudes with no arms, I guess, they would have the prosthetic arms. That would be cool to see them try to jerk off with that.
Dude, Sydney showed me a video recently of a dude with a with no hands shooting a gun.
That's the guy, the guy that was charged with murder?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was insane.
I mean, if you get shot by a torso, you deserve
Dude,
you deserve
I was thinking
that.
the same thing. Like, how can you not?
That's on you.
That's on you. Like, there's no way. You knew what was coming. It probably took that man 5 minutes to be able to do that. He dropped it 3 times.
Yeah.
Like, before he was able to do it.
You have to be standing completely still, probably. There's no way he can hit a moving target, right?
Yeah, no way. He's not hitting moving targets with that thing. I gotta get up and walk around for a minute.
Yeah.